Thanks for tuning in to another Haymaker edition of Racquetball Roundtable. Racquetball Roundtable is solely dedicated to the sport of racquetball, and thanks to you, we're the #1 rated racquetball radio sports talk show in the nation, including Alaska, Hawaii, and soon the world.
You're listening to WNJC 1360 AM in Washington Township, New Jersey, and on the web, WNJC1360.com. We're a Foresight Broadcasting Company. Stay tuned. The Mystic is up next, and he is in the studio live.
Washington Township, Philadelphia. And yes, as Karen mentioned earlier, folks, I am indeed live. Oh yes, I exist. This fine mystic night on this fine mystic channel, I'm here for you tonight. And it's great to be back. And I'm always going to be here for you. I promised you guys that. As long as the calls keep coming, I promised I would always be here. Granted, I took a little vacay, and then there was all this pandemonium worldwide for the next month, but I'm back. The world is a safer place now. You can be sure of that. I'm kidding. So, folks, welcome to the Mystic Hour, Tri-State Area and the world's free call-in live psychic talk show. I'm your host, the Mystic, professional psychic of 15 years, here to assist you. Oh, yes, you. In matters of love, life, health, success, and destiny. This is it, folks. The Mystic Hour. It's great to be here. Thank you all of you, for tuning me into your homes and businesses tonight. It is a fine night. It is a crisp night. It is a clear night from what I could tell. And it's cool out there. I love this type of year when the leaves are starting to turn and the whole fall thing. I'm just down with it. Love the fall. It's like mystic weather. It's good stuff. Okay. Again, welcome to the show. I'm your host, the Mystic. We have calls that are on hold. Thank you so much. Let me get these announcements out real quick. I want to thank all of you once again for coming out to Dempster's and showing your support out there. That's Dempster's Sports Bar and Restaurant. I was there last Thursday doing absolutely free psychic readings with any menu purchase, folks, and I'm going to be there again this Thursday. I'll tell you, I just always have such a great time. I always have another story to tell whenever I go to Dempster's Sports Bar and Restaurant, and it's always a hoot. You guys got to come on out. I'm there from 7 to 10. Doing absolutely free psychic readings, folks. You just come on in and get a menu purchase, any menu purchase, and you just come on out and get a free psychic reading with me to boot. It's pretty cool. And, of course, you get to meet some great people out there, too. The place is always packed. So come on out. Also, I want to, again, remind all of you that my website, themysticsrealm.com, is under some renovations here, and we are working diligently on that, and we're going to be having somebody really deep into it over the next couple of weeks. So when you go to the website, you may or may find things not working or looking different or whatever. Just don't panic. The readings button will still be available, and the Mystic Hour, of course, will always be available. We're not going to be changing too much of that. So don't sweat it, folks. All right? Now, let me give you those call numbers again. You guys can give us a call at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Now, we do have a caller on the line, so let's go ahead and take that lucky caller now. Lucky caller, you are live. Good evening.
Delaware.
Lovely. And how can I assist you this fine evening, Jen?
Well, I've been talking to this guy on the computer, and I was just wondering if, like, I should just follow my heart with it.
Okay. Well, stand by, and we shall see what we shall see. What I just need you to do is just kind of focus on your life for a second. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and give you a general reading, see where you're at, see if, this is the right time for love or whatever, and, we'll just kind of go from there, okay?
Okay.
All right, so focus for me just for a moment, and we shall see what we shall see. Now, one of the first things that I'm seeing here, wow, there's a couple different things I'm seeing with this. All right, one of the first things, this is dealing with your present position, some of the things that are going on in your life right now. And I got to tell you, I'm sensing you got screwed over a little bit financially, is what I'm sensing here. And, this is something that brings us vulnerability, okay? And I think right now, and please don't take this the wrong way, Jen, when I tell you this, but right now I think you're full of it.
Full of it?
Vulnerability, I mean. I didn't say you're full of it. Full of it. I mean, you're full of vulnerability right now, doll, and this is something you got to be careful of, because right now, you feel like your path is surrounded by doom right now, and you're looking for a really strong way out, aren't you?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. So, this is what I'm saying here, and let's not go on the denial river now. But, your future, really, I mean, because of this, and this alone, this feeling of the doom, the feeling of, being trapped into this whole thing to begin with, and again, being screwed over financially, these are all things that cloud us, because these are all very, dear to our heart, you understand? So it really helps us a lot less than we would hope it would, So I think you might be barking up the wrong tree as far as the way you see your situation right now. Okay? I think it's a perception gig here, because personally I think you would be much better off right now doing your own thing.
Okay.
I really sense that, because it's been a long time since you've had the opportunity to do your own thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just came out of an almost 8-year relationship.
I understand. And that one, that relationship, I'm sensing, wouldn't let you do anything.
Right. You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, that sucks.
Yeah.
But the one thing that you do have going for you is, despite all this, I mean, you're not a dumb person. You've got some strength. You've got some brains upstairs. And honestly, I mean, even the way you got out of this relationship was relatively ingenious, I think. Don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is that? What sneaky thing did you do here? What am I seeing here?
I didn't really do anything sneaky, I don't think.
See, I feel you did. I feel like there was a big plan involved here, and, the whole deal was just like premeditated breakup.
I know, I've been trying to break up with him for a long time.
Well, what was it that broke the camel's back? How do you try to break up with someone for a long time? Explain that one too.
I just wasn't happy.
Right. So why didn't you, fix it?
Well, I don't want to.
And I don't mean fix it with him, I mean fix it with you. Why did it take so long for you to say, this is it, I'm done? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you're so strong in every aspect, it doesn't seem like you're one to dawdle, to, hesitate like that. But you did with this.
Yeah, he's still trying to be with me, though.
Well, you've got a couple things going on here. Yeah. Some great assets. You do. But, this guy, it seems to me more like a control issue more than it does an issue of love.
Right.
I really sense that. And, you know, as far as this person that you're dealing with, I don't sense more of that, but I do see some baggage here.
With the guy that I'm talking to on the computer?
Yeah.
Like what kind of baggage do you think? Like,
pretty much the same thing you're going through, except this person seems a little more psychotic, to be honest.
oh my God. Really?
Why do you... Yeah.
He doesn't come off like that.
Yeah, they never do. Did Ted Bundy? No. Did Jeffrey Dahmer? No. I mean, Charles Manson did, but it was the acid more than it was anything.
Wow.
You know, there was just no question. That dude is messed
There's
up.
a couple of guys that I talked to, but there's this one guy in particular that I really like.
Yeah, I understand. But honestly, I think you like the fact that, you know, this could put a Band-Aid on some of this vulnerability more than actually be a step towards a healthy relationship. I really sense that.
So you don't think I should meet him?
I would definitely, you know, be very careful. I mean, you know, go out there and enjoy yourself, no question. But, you know, make sure it's all on your terms, first off. You know, especially when it comes to this internet dating and stuff like that, because it really is very dangerous.
It is.
You know, it's extremely
dangerous. This is the only one I actually felt.
And is it worth it? You know, I, as a minister, have performed many marriages. Every single one of them are still together. There's only been one marriage that I've performed who met on the net, and it worked out to that point. Only one. Now, I'm sure that numbers, you know, the odds have changed a little bit, but, you know, you also have to remember that half of us end up in divorce anyway.
Right.
You know, and a lot of the reason behind that is because we end up choosing to do, as you say, what our heart tells us to do.
Right.
Instead of what our soul is telling us to do, what our instincts are telling us to do. You know, because vulnerability, that's nothing but an emotion trying to kick your butt.
Yes, it is. It's actually, like, draining me.
You know, and that's no good. Now, everything else you have going on that's already really important, you know, everything else you got going on that you need to live, food on the table, roof over your head, you know. These, I mean, they're important, very, very important, but they're not keeping you awake. You understand? This is different because it's an emotional ploy. You know, food and clothes and shelter, those are instinctive. That's why it doesn't get to you like that. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, you know, this instinctive nature is something that you need to follow a lot more because it's right a lot more than our emotions are. You know, I've always felt that when you listen to what your instincts, what your intuition is telling you, it's almost like listening directly to the Word of God.
Right.
Because, you know, you are right so much. It's got to be somebody up there. You know what I mean? Looking out. That's just the way of things. And, you know, I've always felt that. I've always felt that, you know, when you get that instinctive look out or, you know, jump on that or whatever.
That's what my instincts are right now.
Yeah. But see, I feel that a lot of this is your vulnerability, though. And that's the scariest part, because that's the worst reason in the world. You know?
Yeah.
You have to understand that true love, and this goes for all of you out there, my brothers and sisters, but true love does not come from a bunch of pixels. It doesn't happen that way. No matter how much you try, it doesn't happen that way. Okay? True love comes from that eye looking at your eye and feeling that spark and knowing that no matter who the heck this person is, this is it.
Right.
If you have to question it, it's probably not it.
Right.
If you have to adjust to it, per se, like, you know, this person's got some problems true love is that contact from across the room. That's the one. Holy cow, that's the one. And it does happen.
That one time.
It does happen. It does happen. And it does happen more than once. But the best time for it to happen, it's seasonal. It's seasonal. Because the best time for it to happen is when it's not hunting season.
Right.
When you're not looking, when you're, fed up with the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you finally said, I am done looking, I'm sick of that, I'm sick of whatever, I'm done hunting for a mate, I don't need one anymore. Screw it, I'll get a cat or whatever. That's usually when they come knocking. That's when they come knocking. And that, 9 out of 10 times is true. Because, and again, I'm not just speaking as a psychic, but as a person who's performed many weddings, I interview them all, because each one of my weddings, those of you that don't know, are custom built according to your faith, beliefs, and the whole bit. So I sit down with you, have an interview with you, and, get to know what you like. If you have Jewish tradition, Hispanic tradition, or whatever, I try to implement all of that into each wedding so that every single wedding that I do is different, original, and custom. And, again, to this day, every single one of them have stayed together, which is, a God-given blessing.
Right.
But they always end up with the same thing. Like, it's that love at first sight gig. My parents, same thing. Love at first sight. And they're still together. In fact, they just celebrated an anniversary, 40 years together. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But it's real. Because it was love at first sight.
Right.
It's not something you have to meet, date, adjust to, just so that it's over.
Right.
But it never happens when you're hunting. You may think it does.
Do you see me with anybody in the future?
I do.
Like a long time away?
It's not really that long.
No?
In the big scheme of things, it's not really that long. You've got about 8 months of play. I'll tell you that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But right now, the biggest commitment you need to make is to yourself, dear. Because, like you said, you just pulled out of, a really long relationship, and it kept you in a corner, and you couldn't move.
Right.
You just had to protect yourself. You protect your back, so to speak. That's no good.
Right.
So, understand you're getting a taste of freedom like you never had before.
I know.
So enjoy it, but understand too that this can lead to dangerous things. It can. You have to have protection. You have to, and I don't mean that sexually. I mean, physically, personally, mentally. You have to protect yourself.
Right.
And let's face it, you didn't really give yourself too much of a chance to do that.
No, I kind of just fell for this guy.
Okay? So, now's the time to learn how to get to a point where, worst case scenario, if you had to rely on just you, could you do it?
Right.
And that's another reason. As soon as you get to a point where you don't need anybody, you don't want anybody, you don't want love, you don't want boyfriend, relationship, screw it all. That's when it comes, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Always does. Always does. And it's always real, though. That's the cool thing about it.
Yeah.
It's always real that way. But, you had a rough time, dear, and, it took you a long time to realize it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So now that you have realized it, now that you know there is a world outside,
Right.
you need to go out there and enjoy it more. There's real people out there, not just pixels.
Right. It's kind of difficult right now. I don't have a vehicle.
I understand that. But they're there's a million and one ways to get around.
Right.
There really is. But, I want you to be careful out there.
Okay.
As far as these internet dating and things like that, because we have some crazy people in this world.
Right.
Now, is this guy one of them? I think he's got some issues that he's not telling you about.
Okay.
I sense that very strongly.
Yeah, he told me he was moving in, December.
Okay.
Or,
I don't know if that's true either.
I don't either.
I don't feel he's going anywhere.
You don't feel he's going anywhere?
That's not just moving. I mean, career-wise or anything else. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Really? I know he's a photographer.
Doesn't mean he's paid. Doesn't mean he's going anywhere.
Okay.
I'm actually filming this show as we speak. Sometimes I film my shows.
Okay.
But that doesn't make me the videographer.
Right.
I'm not getting paid extra because I got this camera on. No. It's all the same.
Right.
Doesn't change anything. So, just because you have a label doesn't, mean hippie doodle.
So I should just kind of make myself not fall for him.
Well, I'm sensing that, you want to fall for someone. Bad.
I don't know about bad, but...
I don't know about that. It's what you want. It's what you want. You've always been this way, though, Jen.
Yeah,
You've always been this way. You've always had to, have a partner to bounce off of.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so not true. You don't need one. You always felt like you did, but you don't need one. No one does.
Right.
We are born unto this world by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Cold, naked, alone.
Yeah.
Unless you have a twin. And even then, it's one at a time. Most of the time. Unless they're Siamese twins. But that's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my brothers and sisters. I'm freaking out. It's a great show. Anyway, the whole point here. See, now I'm starting to lose my focus now because of talking about crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It always happens that way. No, but coming back to you, Jen, honestly, this vulnerability, this is something you want really, really bad. And a relationship is a wonderful thing to have as long as it's for the right reasons.
Right.
And just wanting it, you tend to settle for a lot less than what you were looking for, which is something I mentioned on the show, I think, last week. I probably mentioned it on several shows. It's a good point.
Yeah.
So, right now, you have to be really careful. Right now, you need to have a relationship with you more than anything else in this world, because you haven't done that in a very long time. Right. You've always relied on yourself with another.
Mm-hmm.
You've never just relied upon yourself.
No, I haven't.
And I'm telling you, I think you need to do that for a little while, because honestly, you are a smart chickie, and I really think you'll make a good go of things. I really do.
Okay.
I really, really do. And I think you'll be impressed. And that'll be actually making things happen a little bit quicker for you, because at that point, as soon as you realize, wow, I'm doing this all by myself, this kicks butt, I don't need anybody, guess what'll happen? It'll come. I'm telling you. I know what I see here. And it happens a lot more often than not. I mean, really. God set us up to where we are meant to find true love. All of us. Every single one of us. Every one of us. But sometimes we choose to settle for a lot less, and we end up with somebody we're not really supposed to be with. It happens.
Okay.
It happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a couple tries. It happens. But, right now, you, my dear Jen, you need a relationship You do. And you'll be amazed. You're pretty cool to hang with. You'll be like, high-fiving and skipping, through ankle-deep water at the beach together, and it's a great time.
Okay.
It's a great time. You and yourself can go for ice cream. It's wonderful. But, really, honestly, this is something you got to do. Enjoy yourself out there. Realize how cool you are. Play, go out there. Enjoy yourself, try a few things. Mm-hmm. Learn to wield the power that is yourself. I'm telling you, hone those skills. It's fab. Really, this is what you need to do. You do this, okay? And, have some fun with it. Take some time with it. Do a sociological experiment or two. It's good. It's really good. You do this, you'll appreciate yourself a lot more. And believe me, a guy loves a woman who appreciates herself.
Okay.
Take it from me, I'm a guy. No, really, don't laugh. I'm kidding. I am a guy, though. I'm not kidding about that.
You sound like one, so.
I do try to, But, so, this is the whole gig, honestly. Right now, it's your time for you to be with yourself and do this. And I'm telling you, enjoy yourself. You'll have a great time. And I'm not saying be alone, but, really learn to appreciate who you are. And, understand who you are. Understand the skills that you have, the talents you have, the weaknesses that you have, some of the things that you need to brush up on. You've been out of the game a long time. Right?
Yep.
So there you go. So this is what I want you to do. And afterwards, in about a month or so, I want you to give us a call back and let us know how you're doing. Can you do that?
I can do that.
Make sure you do.
I will.
All right, Jen, you're awesome. Thank you so much for calling the show, and God bless you and your entire family. Did you enjoy your reading?
Yes, I did.
Right on. Awesome. Thanks for calling the show.
Thank you.
God bless. Bye-bye. Okay, folks. Wow, that was Jen out there in Delaware. And I'll tell you, folks, speaking of Delaware, this is the fastest-growing station in the Delaware Valley. 1360 AM, WNJC. It's like 28 minutes into the show. We've got plenty of time, so I want to give all of you girls and boys out there, those call numbers is 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. We are going to go to commercial real quick, and when we come back, we will have more absolutely free psychic readings with the Mystic, so stick around.
We last left our hero high in the Himalayas, seeking truth from the wise wizard who lives there. God, I hope this guy's home. Hello, anyone there?
I am the wizard who holds the answer to which you seek. Behold, I give you the sword of destiny.
Yes, it's very nice, but that's not why I'm here.
Ah, you seek the Holy Grail, of course. Now, where did I put that
No, that's not why I'm here either. I'm just looking to find a deal on computers.
Well, that's easy. Quartz Computers at 856-656-0443 are here for all your PC needs. Upgrades, repairs, all done on site. Even most warranties are honored. Check out their website at www.quartzcomputers.com or call them at 856-656-0443.
Quartz Computers, thanks a lot. Now, how do I get out of here?
I wish I knew.
That's quartzcomputers.com at 856-656-0443. Just look for the wizard in the ad.
The Sketch Club. Affordable ticket prices, intimate seating in a historical building, and plenty of free parking. Conveniently located in downtown Woodbury, a few blocks from Route 45 on the corner of Glover and Logan Streets. We're celebrating the 73rd consecutive season, bringing you the best in theater and live entertainment. For performance dates and times, call our 24-hour hotline at 856-848-8089. Performances run from Thursday to Saturday evening and a Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. Sketch Club is a non-profit community theater, the oldest running in South Jersey, and we're always looking for volunteers, actors, set builders, writers, and more. All creative minds are welcomed at the Sketch Club. Call us at 856-848-8089 or check us out on the web at www.sketchclub.net. Come and experience live theater with us, Sketch Club players. That number again is 856-848-8089. Greetings to you. I am the Mystic. Thanks for tuning into my show each week, but it's only an hour show, and I know many of you miss out on the chance for your reading with me. So, I am available for private sessions, as well as parties, seminars, and benefits, of course. Give me a call at 856-803-4463, and I will assist you in all matters of love, life, health, success, and destiny. As an ordained minister of 9 years, I can also perform blessings and house clearings for the most memorable custom wedding created especially for you. Call 856-803-4463, and you can also reach me through my website at www.themysticsrealm.com. Feel the awesome power of a true psychic reading. To be knowledgeable about what is to come in your life is to be better prepared for it, and I will show you how to achieve better living through the spirit. That number again is 856-803-4463, and I look forward to reading you.
And we are back here on the Mystic Tri-State area and the world's free call-in live psychic talk show. Folks, we have about 29 minutes left in the show. We do have a caller on the line. Let's take that lucky caller now, and I want to remind all of you that you guys can give us a call at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077 for a free psychic reading with me, folks. It's just that simple. Caller, you are live. Good evening. Mystic. Yes. How are you? I am fantastic. This could only be Don. Yes, sir. Don from Barrington. How are you? My brother. How was your vacation? Fantastic. Awesome. I must tell you. It was educational. It was informative. It was patriotic. It was absolutely wonderful. I went to the King Tut exhibit. Oh, very cool. And got to see that. Just amazing. Got to, hang out at the Franklin Institute all together, and it was just, really great. I thought that big, huge theater that they had was a little much, though. It just kind of... The Omniverse? I think it was the IMAX theater. IMAX, okay. Yeah. That thing, I don't know, it just kind of made me nauseous. I was in there once, and the same thing, I'm like, I have to get out of here. Everything else is somewhere else. See, I feel so glad that I'm not the only one that felt that. Everybody's like all laying there and with their back, and it's like, I gotta go. Yeah, I didn't want to stand up. I was like, oh. I know, you'd fall like 30 feet straight down. If you've been to the IMAX theater, folks, I mean, I'm sure it's a wonderful experience or whatever if you're into that sort of thing, but, I mean, be careful, because it's quite a drop. It is. Anyhow, Don, it's great to hear from you. My brother, and while I have you on the air, I must tell all of my listeners, as well as you, a while back, you and your lovely one was over here at my house, and you guys dropped me off a wonderful gift. Awesome. Which was this handmade dream catcher that was just unbelievable. I got to thank you for that first off. It's just, I just love it. I think it's awesome, and everybody that sees it, has something to say about it. Thank you very much. And what's really great about it, is it's not your typical Native American woodcatcher folks. These lovely folks have this amazing talent of making these dream catchers, but this seemed more of almost like a woodland Merlin type of dream catcher more than an actual Native American thing. And I'll tell you, folks, it was unique. It was absolutely beautiful, and I absolutely love it. So, I understand that you guys are going to be having a website soon and, making that whole thing happen for yourselves. And when you do, folks, I must tell you all again, you guys got to check these out. They're just absolutely amazing. Dream catchers by Don, yeah? Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. We're working on the website. It should be up soon, hopefully in maybe another month. Fantastic. Well, as soon as you do, folks, we'll definitely give you info on that so you can get your dream catcher.
I try to keep to the woodland and the fairy type theme on some of them. Some of them I try to do different things, but I felt this is what was best for you.
I sure love it. That woodland thing was just the coolest thing in the world to me. It really was. I was very impressed with the whole thing. It's just absolutely wonderful. So thank you.
Thank you.
So, Don, I have you here, my brother. How we looking? It's been great to hear from you, man. I haven't talked to you in a few moons.
General reading, if you could.
Okay, my
course is still
safe. Stand by and we shall see. Oh, Don, run! No,
I'm already halfway to the bed. I'm underneath now, crawling under it.
See, Don knows, folks. When I say duck, I mean duck. There's a reason why I say duck. See, Don knows.
Between legs.
See, Don knows, folks. He's calling me now from the bomb shelter.
True.
Can you still hear me? See, folks, the Mystic Hour. It's an amazing hour of radio. I love the show.
You give so much, brother. It's so good. It's such a good thing you do for people.
Well, I do try. I feel it's a gift, and I do feel that it's a God-given gift. And I've always felt that since I was a little kid, I've always felt that I was going to be doing this and for free, and still somehow keeping my lights on and stuff, and here I am, years later. I never thought it would be radio, to be honest with you, though. I mean, it just happened.
God's the best radio in the world, I gotta say it.
It's awesome. I love this show. Thank you so much for that, Don. Now, here's what I'm seeing with you, my brother. You were talking about, is it still safe? I think it's safer now.
No, now you're scaring me.
No, I think it's safer now. Because, I actually feel like you just kind of pulled yourself out of a little something here.
Yeah.
And, I'm sensing it actually has something to do with, like, your past.
Okay.
But, whatever, I do feel it was a social gig, and I think you got through it really, really well. But I think it's better now as far as, you personally. Honestly, I wouldn't change a thing right now as far as you're concerned. And I don't get to say that to too many people very often, as you know. So, I think you're in great shape right now. A lot of discomfort, over the past here. I definitely see, coming together for you a little bit here. So, I think you're looking out for yourself health-wise and whatnot, too, which is great.
Yep.
I will tell you that I actually do sense a neat little spiritual journey coming up for you.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know where that's heading, but I definitely sense it's going to be of a spiritual nature.
Oh, very
so. Yeah, I definitely sense that's going to be really strong for you when this comes, and it doesn't seem that far away either.
Okay.
But I definitely sense it's something that you're just going to, either be offered or fall into or see in the magazine or whatever, and just jump.
Okay.
Good. But if it feels good, do it. You know the deal.
Okay. Okay.
If it feels good, do it, Don.
I like it.
Now,
if it doesn't chase me under the bed, I'm a happy camper.
There you go. Life is good. Now, dealing with your home right now, even that, I sense a lot less tension right now, like a little more freedom going on in the house right now.
Cool.
Which is, good stuff, great energy there. And emotionally, I actually sense, and this could be part of that spiritual journey too, because knowledge and spirituality do tend to kind of go hand in hand. Yeah. But I do sense some kind of training or schooling or something that you're getting involved in here in the near future that just looks very, very profitable.
Okay.
So, once this comes, it could just be something as easy as business management for when you get your dream catchers out there or, internet stuff or whatever.
All right.
But, take this course when it comes and you'll know when it's right. But, wow, a lot of your social issues look so much clearer right now.
Okay.
Like, you're not looking at people with persecution right now. You're not looking at them with, fear or you're not having to push your walls up too much right now. You seem very comfortable with the people around you right now.
Okay.
And that's a beautiful thing, and that really, I wouldn't change that right now,
just
bro.
Started a new job a little bit ago, back in, about 4 or 5 months ago, and getting comfortable with the people there, and just a nice group of people.
It looks like it. It looks like your social stuff has really, gotten into a good thing. Like, people love you right now, so I think you're doing really well. And again, I wouldn't change anything, bro. I really wouldn't. And I don't get a chance to say that very often, but it's always good too.
Yeah, you know me.
It's always good. Now, a couple other things too that I'm seeing here. This is dealing, more again coming back with your health and personal issues that you got going on. One thing that you got to remember is a lot of the foods, a lot of the things that we're going to be eating, and this goes for all of you out there. This is another public service announcement, folks. But a lot of the food that we're going to be eating is going to be changing drastically, over the next few years. So all the stuff that you can get yourself without having to, hit the stores, any stuff you can grow in your garden, things of that nature, are definitely not only healthy to eat, but it's also like really great therapy.
Yeah.
When you get PO'd or whatever saddened, it's great therapy to work a garden and stuff like that. But you're going to be dealing with a lot of that, brother.
Okay.
Over the next year or so.
Okay.
So be ready for that. And I think it's almost just to the point where it's going to be a forced issue.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So be ready for that.
Okay.
And not that you're not going to be able to afford food. It's just that I actually sense there's something that they may actually put into certain things that you may actually have a reaction to.
Okay.
But I feel it's produce, some kind of produce.
Okay.
So they're going to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff over the next couple of years with it, and I do sense some kind of reaction to something, so, be careful of that, brother.
Okay.
You'll know when it comes.
We've been trying to do more organic vegetables and this, that, and the other, but if they start genetically engineering that, I'm kind of worried about all that stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly
if
right.
Picking up on something from that, or...
That's a very, good possibility.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that garden of yours is a great thing. It's definitely a great, great, great idea.
I got to start doing that then.
Mm-hmm. And it's good therapy too.
It is.
It
actually is.
It's great therapy. I just don't have the green thumb for it myself. My wife, she loves gardening. She's got flowers and stuff all over the place. But it's a jungle out there in my yard. It's wonderful.
Too.
But it's a kept garden. Beautiful. But so that's the deal. It's great therapy, but I do sense that supermarkets are going to be putting something in the food that you may actually be getting a reaction to in the near future. So, just be careful what you're eating out there, buddy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So that's what I see for you there. And again, I can't stress enough how much easier your social circle is right now.
Awesome.
It's really solid. It's very even flowing. Like, you got some great people around you right now. They do have respect for who you are, what you do, you know what I mean, the whole bit. And that's cool.
I like it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great, great
good.
stuff.
I picked up on a few people, and I'm still always gun shy of people anymore. And it's, these people have been just so nice and pleasant, and they're younger, good ideas, and, we all just seem to mesh.
See, that's great. And I sense the exact same thing, And of course, still, so what? Keep your guard up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know
so
that.
What? But, I got to tell you, I do feel a much calmer circle with you, right now. And, I really think this job, and I told you this job was going to be good for you, but, I really think this is great, man. So, I'm really glad you're relishing in this. I'm really glad you were able to, take this route and, just be a little happier at what you do, because everybody deserves to do that.
Oh, yeah. No fun being miserable at your job. No, misery sucks. I don't care who you are. Yeah, true story. Boo misery. Yes. It's just terrible. It's actually one of my, top 10 list of least favorite things to have going on. It's true. I don't like it. No, I don't either. I've learned to choose happiness. No, now I've done that, and it works. Yeah, it does. It's pretty cool. It really does. The happiness is good. Yep. The misery, it's not so much. Not good. I'm tired of looking at the underside of bed. It's, but we all have to do it. We all have to, experience our woes and you have to go to ground every once in a while. Sure. We all have to land. Yeah. It's just how well. Good true story there. And, according to pilots who, I grew up around a lot of them, my father being a flight trainer. Awesome. Any landing you can walk away from is a good one, according to them. Yeah. Doesn't matter. I don't care if you're off the runway, you do 5 cartwheels. You can walk out of there, life is good. You're walking out of there, great landing. Nice job. True. So, it's just like that guy in, there was a plane that overhit the runway, blew up. About 160 people managed to survive, you know? Lucky. Just lucky, but a little bit of skill on that pilot's part. You know it too. You know it too. Sure. It's just, brilliance, but, you can't say those people weren't going, what a brilliant pilot. Yep. I would have gone for shaking that guy's hand forever. Now, the people that are on the other side are probably going, nah, he's terrible. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what's up with me tonight, folks. I am so sorry. That is just wrong. Up from vacation. This is a good thing. That's what it is. I'm just all full of myself. The whole bit. Yeah, it's just silly. I'm sorry. No, that's fine. No harm, no foul on that one, I have to say. I hope not. I'm going to get calls now. Those were my parents. It was a jest. Stop it. Yeah. FCC is going to yell at me for something. I don't know. Just a little joke. Besides, Halloween's right around the corner. Yes. So that's my excuse. A little early Halloween humor. Love that. Yeah. So, coming back to you though, bro, really, you got a great social circle right now, bro, and you needed that. And that's hard. That's hard to get, especially in a work environment. Oh, yeah. So, of course you're going to have a couple bad seats in there, man. I will tell you that. That's never... The big picture here, man, is you got some really great people around you right now, so that's really going to be helpful to you. Awesome. I know how you hate that. You hate that. Oh, I do. Yeah. I hate working for lousy people. That's why I don't do it. I work for myself, and if I do well, then I give myself a raise. If I don't do well, then I fire myself. I can't tell you how many times I had to beg myself for my job. I love that. Oh, it's true. I'll get there one day. It's true. I've begged myself. Begged. You've been very bad this week. You did not get your raise. Yeah, indeed. But yeah, I'm in good shape this week. So nice pat on the head. I'm in good shape. Life is good. Always, my friend. Always. John, thank you so much for calling the show. And I'll tell you, man, I think you're going to have a great time over the holidays and the whole bit. But, really, get that website up, make things happen with that, bro, because really, and speaking for myself, I will be more than happy to write any testimonial you need. These things are really cool, folks. Boys and girls, if you get a chance. A lot of goes into them, a lot of energy. Gotta check them out, folks. These are Dream Catchers by Don. Is that going to be the name of the website, too? Or? Probably As the Crow Flies. Oh. Say it again. Those are my favorites. Say it again. As the Crow Flies. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, they're my favorite birds. Cool. Smart. One of the smartest birds going, so. Oh, yeah. Very intelligent birds. Oh, yeah. In tune. And, the whole Native American story behind that. Yep. That deal. And I hear they're pretty down with corn, which is pretty cool. Oh, they like everything. Yeah. It's cool. Cool. Excellent. Thank you again so much, Don. Thank you so much. And folks, you guys got to, check my website in a couple weeks.
month of the latest, hopefully, and maybe you'll see as the crow flies, or worst case scenario, just a link of some kind. But, they're absolutely awesome. I have one myself as a gift, folks, and it's just wonderful. I have it right by my bed, and it's just wonderful. Thank you again so much. And, again, thank you for calling the show, Don. It's always a pleasure to talk to you,
It's good to hear you back again, and I'll talk to you in a little while.
I look forward to it, man. Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother.
God bless. Bye-bye.
You too.
That goes for you and your entire family, by the way.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, folks. Wow, that was Don from Barrington. Haven't heard from him in a few moons. We have we got about 10 minutes left in the show, just a little less than that. So if you guys want to give us a call, you can at 856-227-1360 and 856-232-7077. Give us a call. I want to remind all of you again that I had a great time at Dempster's last Thursday from 7 to 10 at Dempster's Sports Bar and Restaurant in Mount Holly, and had such a great time. Oh yes, I'm coming back. I'm there every Thursday. I love it there. I'll be there 7 to 10 doing absolutely free psychic readings for anybody that gets anything off the menu. You get a little set of poppers, you get a free psychic reading with me. You get one of their little specialty drinks, guess what? Free psychic reading. It's a pretty cool deal. And, just come on in, hang out. They've got all kinds of great stuff going on, pool and darts and shuffleboard and horseshoe pit out back and tournaments and the whole deal. And the staff there is, it's all family owned and operated, and, they're Americans, and it's good stuff, man. It's just really, really great. And they're very charitable people. They're always having some kind of events going on over there. So if you get a chance, come on out and see us. I'll be there from 7 to 10 every single Thursday, and that's at Dempster's Sports Bar and Restaurant in Mount Holly, New Jersey. And, again, anything with a menu purchase is a great deal, folks. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention very, very quickly, and then I guess I'll get out of here. But, there's a lot of really great fans as far as the sports industry, especially here in Philadelphia, and, all throughout the Delaware Valley. I mean, people love the Eagles, people love the Phillies, people love the Flyers, and that is just great. Competitive sport is awesome. But one thing you also have to remember, too, is we have another big sport going on right now, and that's the elections. And, it's going to get crazier and crazier and crazier as our time comes, folks. But I want you guys to, really think about who you want as president this year. I want you to guys put some really good thought into it. And don't vote, Republican because you're Republican, or Democrat because you're Democrat, or Independent because you want to be all, independent. But I want you guys to, really think about this and vote for who you really feel is going to be able to handle things over the next 8 years. Because I got news for you, my brothers and sisters. If we don't do well, and we don't pick the right one, this could be our last president. And that's kind of a scary thing. I've weighed out many scenarios in my mind of the future. I'm not going to tell you who I saw winning this election, but I can tell you that if we don't pick this person, we could be in some very serious trouble. Financially, diplomatically, a lot of our friends will abandon us, just as they did during the Iraq War. The thing is coming to a head soon. We're seeing more and more signs of it every day. Now we've got China killing some of the most peaceful people in the world right now, the Buddhist monks. These people promote nothing but nonviolence. They would rather kill themselves than to harm another person. And they've done it many, many times. And let me tell you, it's not because these people are a bunch of wusses, okay? Because their discipline tactics do involve some pretty serious martial arts. But it's not about the fight. It's about the lessons that are involved. You know, a lot of people take martial arts to learn how to fight, and that's like the worst reason to teach martial arts or to learn martial arts, you know, or anything like that, because it's not about the fight, it's about the discipline behind it, you know. And all of us have to learn a little more self-discipline, including myself, but we all have to learn it, because this self-discipline, by learning self-discipline, by learning, you know, who we are and how we are, we can curb a lot of the mistakes in our life, because all we'll be doing at that point is separating our emotions from our instincts. And if we can do that individually, there'd be no more wars. There'd be no more problems like this. We wouldn't have to close our borders, because each one of us would be acting on instinct, on intuition, and that includes not just helping ourselves, but helping each other as well. You know, regardless of what religion you are, regardless of what race you are, everybody looks at God different. There's two Muslims out there, you know, even if they're both Sunni or they're both Kurd or they're both, you know, whatever, they both look at God differently. They may call him Allah by the same name, but they all look at him differently, just as we all look at God differently. You know, sure, Catholics look at it different than the Protestants, and then different than the Baptists, but that's not what I'm talking about. You sit down and you have two artists draw God from the same church. They're going to draw him differently. That's just the way it thinks. We all perceive God the way we're supposed to. Now, what we do with this knowledge is another story. This is what makes us good or evil. This is what makes us, you know, right or wrong. And this is why I say, you know, these terrorists and, you know, this Al-Qaeda and stuff like that, they know they are in the wrong. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't have to hide, you see. Like these Buddhist monks. They're not hiding. You know, they're not wrong. They're right for standing up to this government. They're right for standing up to these regimes. But they're getting massacred for doing it and being thrown in prison for doing it. And it's a sad, sad thing, folks, where, you know, somebody trying to promote peace is outlawed, banned. You know, these things that I'm telling you right now, that I've been telling you for the past hour, if I was in many, not just a couple, but there's many countries that by the time this hour was up, there'd be, you know, soldiers at my door breaking in, shutting me down, all because I'm telling you the truth. And there's a lot of people out there trying to get the truth out, folks, and it's going to get worse instead of better. You know, a lot of the prophecies that I made for this year have already come true, according to sources. I haven't actually listened to the tape yet, but I will be listening over the next month or two and seeing exactly where we stand. But, you know, honestly, folks, it's getting weirder and crazier and weirder and crazier, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. So, you know, we need somebody in office that is strong enough to be able to handle some pretty serious disasters coming up in the near future, because it is going to happen in this country again. I don't think it's going to be terrorist related, but I think we are going to have our own problems at that time, you know, and it's getting nuts out there. Folks, my time is just about up, but I want to remind all of you again that I am going to be at Dempster's this coming Thursday from 7 to 10, and I also want to remind all of you that I will be here for you each and every week. You know, no matter what, I love you all like family, and we'll talk about the truth. You know, if you guys ever have any questions about what's going on in the world and, you know, what I'm picking up from certain leaders, by all means, ask. I'll be more than happy to answer for them live on the air. I'll be more than happy to. So maybe we should do that in the near future, start doing some world leaders and what I pick up on them, and that could be interesting. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Folks, I love you all like family. You know this. I want to thank WNJC. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of my sponsors. And, of course, I'd like to thank the good Lord above for making all things possible. He is the man. You know this. I know this. I love you all like family. You guys are the best. Thank you all so much for tuning me in to your homes and businesses this evening. This is the Mystic signing out. I love you all. Peace.
You're listening to WNJC 1360 AM in Washington Township, New Jersey, and on the web at WNJC1360.com for Foresight Broadcasting Company. Stay tuned. Sports Maniacs is up now.